Alrighty, let's get ourselves started here. So the first personal reading that we have in the queue is personal reading order number 33. If anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, head over to my website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com, for the live personal readings. So let's go ahead here for 33 and see, has Dee thought of you this week? Let us see. So we have the Five of Cups as well as the Three of Swords. This energy is coming forward here through the idea of wanting to maybe explore some ideas, but being caught up in the idea of like a loss, or being caught up in the idea of difficulties. So I would say that yes, it does look like they have thought of you this week, but they've thought of you in maybe some sort of lost opportunity or lost direction, or something that has kind of been missed. Instead of thinking about you in kind of a good light, the Three of Swords comes forward in a difficult energy because we're thinking about heartache or difficulties or issues. We're thinking of things that maybe we're thinking of issues, or we're thinking of where things have gone wrong, right? The Three of Swords kind of creates a heartache. The Three of Swords creates a difficulty. The Three of Swords brings lack when it comes to the idea of moving forward. And the Five of Cups looks at something as like a shoulda, coulda, woulda, a lost opportunity, a lost direction, something that has wanted to move forward, but we've fallen away from it. So I would say that yes, it does look like they've thought of you this week, but they're thinking of maybe around the hardships of connecting with you, or where something's more difficult to connect with you, rather than thinking about where an opportunity can come forward, or thinking about where an opportunity can move ahead. There's like this sense of like a lacking or difficulties or flow. There's something about things kind of moving forward in a bit of a restrictive energy of the mind. So I would say they have thought of you this week, but it's not like a daydreaming energy. It's more of a reflection on where things can kind of be stuck rather than opportunity. So let's see if they're going to unblock you on IG. Let us see. So I would say yes, but this energy comes forward here of a bit of a, like, more into the future, rather than something in the present moment. So when we have this Two of Wands coming forward here, it's a energy of something being a planning, or something being in the future, rather than something is coming forward here in a place of like an immediate energy, right? The Two of Wands comes forward into the Two of Wands comes forward into a place where we're like thinking about an opportunity, or thinking about a direction, thinking about an energy, rather than being in a place of making it happen right here, right now. So I would say eventually that they're going to unblock you. The Two of Cups wants to come forward here in a space of connecting, in a space of flow, in a space of opportunity. But the Two of Wands would say that we're still thinking about it. We're still thinking about this energy. We're still thinking about this opportunity. We're still thinking about this direction, rather than it's something that we're here taking action with right now. So when it comes to this combination, I would say that it does look like they will unblock you on IG, but just not immediately, not right now. There's still this space of them trying to figure things out, connect in new ways, trying to kind of analyze things before they go ahead and take action. So let's grab the message cards and see what we got going on. We have deception. So there could be something where we need to kind of dive in deeper, figure out things a little bit more, rather than just take what's on the surface level with this person. We also have, I don't know what to say. So again, that might be why there's some hesitancy here when it comes to connecting, is that they don't know what to do, or they don't know what to say. Maybe they don't want to give off the wrong idea. And then we also have a can't leave you. So they don't want to leave behind the energy. They don't want to put this in a place of restriction. They're just saying, I just can't maybe make action here right now. And so where I do want to connect with you, I just can't take action in certain ways here right now. So they're saying, I can't leave the energy behind. I can't leave you, but I don't know what to say and I don't want to come off in the wrong way. So I hold myself back instead of coming forward. So eventually the unblocking will come forward here, but it's not something that is going to happen immediately in the near future. If anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. Let's go ahead here with 34. 34, you'd like to know thoughts and feelings during the shift today. Let us see. All right, so we have this passion and desire that comes forward with the Page of Wands as well as the Chariot, thinking about opportunities to connect, thinking about being able to be around each other, and just kind of being in the space of being in your energy. So there's an excitement about being connected to you, excitement about being around you, excitement about an opportunity to be in your energy. And just really being in this place of like wanting to maybe even slow down the time, to slow down slow down the time and find the value, right? Be in the present moment with each other. That's the energy that I see coming forward here. So feeling a passion, feeling excitement, feeling a desire, feeling connected, feeling this point of flow for just being in your energy, being around you, and just really thinking about how can I get value in being with you right now or being around you right now. How can I really I don't want to say honor this time but like how can I make the most of this time, or how can I connect with you during this time, right? There's that sort of energy that's coming forward there, just being in a place of like enjoying your company, enjoying your energy, and then really wanting to come forward in a place of like passion and value and excitement and just kind of these feelings of connection and unity. So really just thinking about connecting and valuing the time that the two of you had in each other's energy, and feeling this passion and desire to be around you and to continue this flow and to just be in kind of a good natured center of energy between the two of you as well. So that's what I would say. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. If you're interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com, for the live personal readings. Alrighty, let's go ahead here with 35. 35, you'd like to know. Was that him just being him? Let us see. Alrighty. So based on this combination here, I would say yes. Now, the Seven of Wands does talk about fighting an unknown enemy. And so when we are wanting to know if somebody is trying to cause issues, right, trying to kind of get a reaction out of you, we can be creating the Seven of Wands sort of direction here, where we're kind of causing ourselves to be in a place of creating a defensiveness or creating combativeness when we don't actually see the enemy coming forward here. And so the Seven of Wands kind of gives us a bit of a warning to say, let's not overshoot in a place that we don't know, in a place where there could be 100 theories, right? And so when we have the Lovers card coming forward as well, it also talks about a choice. And so again, that's kind of the choices here in terms of moving forward, comes forward and saying like, we could kind of look at things in another side, right? We can look at things in another way, or we can look at things in another direction. So these two cards right off already, the hop, comes forward to me to say it's just them being them. Like we kind of need to see things being different, especially when it comes to the idea here of this Five of Cups. The Five of Cups comes forward in a place where we're looking at maybe what we lost, we're looking at maybe for an issue, or we're looking for a difficulty, so to speak, when in reality the Two of Cups is right there, which can come forward into the idea of individual, right? The Two of Cups can come forward as a person just being into themselves, rather than it being something that they're trying to kind of create the sense of. Three of Cups can be jealousy or things like that when it's in the reverse, right? So the idea of the spilt cups would be lack of the cups in the upright position, creating sort of difficulties or jealousy. And so when we're looking at the Three of Cups being spilled, it's like we're looking for the difficulty, we're looking for the issue, we're making a choice here to look for that. When in reality, if we were allowed to to turn around here, we can see it's more of them being them. So I more so see this energy coming forward here as a, them just being themselves, rather than it being something that's coming forward as they're trying to create a reactionary out of you. So that's what I would say for that. So let us see. Give me 1 second here. My computer is turned off. Alrighty, into your next question. You'd like to know, did he feel like that? Let us see. Let us see, let us see. So we have the Sun card coming forward, and the Sun is the absolute only card that I use to signify a yes to the question that is being asked. And so there is something that's coming forward here as like feeling uncomfortable in a certain way, or feeling like sense of difficulties. The Eight of Cups wants to get to a place though of feeling more comfortable, but we have this structure that comes forward with the Hierophant of feeling maybe we don't know how to get around the rules, or we don't know how to get around the settings, or we don't know how to get around the structure of the place at hand, right? This is kind of like there's some sort of unspoken rule or even spoken rule of restriction that comes forward here. So let's say, let's just say it as this way. You are in the fiction department of the library, and I'm in the cooking section of the library, right? there's some sort of unspoken rule, spoken rule, we all understand it, even though nobody has told us, that we don't take the books from over here and put them over there. And so even though I'm wanting to come over to your section here, I'm not going to pick up these books over there and put them over here in order to talk to you. So there's a sense of the Hierophant in between, this sort of rules or structures that even though we're wanting to connect, there's still something there that's making us uncomfortable when it comes to creating this sort of flow. So that's kind of how I see this combination coming forward here. Like there was a sense of like uncomfortableness, wanting to engage but not really knowing how to engage, and just kind of being in this place of like, I don't really know what to do with this energy. And there's a sense of like wanting to overcome it but not really knowing what to do, and just kind of feeling uncomfortable in that sort of nature or that sort of center. And maybe the uncomfortableness then extends onto yourself because they just don't really know what to do with it or don't really know how to handle it. So that's what I would say here with this combination. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com for the live personal readings. Let's go ahead here for 36. 36, you'd like to know thoughts and feelings. So again, these are paid personal readings. These are not free. All right. So it seems like they're thinking, how do I think outside the box here to get some sort of movement to come forward? I want to connect with you. I want to chit chat with you. I want to be in your energy, but how do I get this to happen? I do not know. The Hanged Man with the Four of Pentacles comes forward of feeling very insecure or feeling very unsure of the energy and just wanting to connect, but feeling like they don't want to be vulnerable. This Ace of Pentacles thinks about offering stability, offering value to connect. So offering some sort of way that the two of you can interact and see some sort of flow. But then at the same time, it's like energy of the Eight of Wands. I'd rather it be unspoken and just kind of assumed or known that I want something to happen instead of me having to put out this pentacle here and put myself in a vulnerable position to connect. So this is them feeling very vulnerable when it comes to you, really wanting and desiring to interact, being in this place of passion when it comes to you here as well, but also being very unsure when it comes to creating action or movement as to like what to do in a situation, and just kind of feeling like they have to take a bit of a step back to figure out what is the best direction to take and what's the best direction to move forward. They're really thinking though about creating some sort of energy of like communication or value, but it's also coming forward in a space here of like, I just don't really know how to maybe connect without putting myself out there. I don't know really how to get something started without putting myself out there. And so there's like this sense of like reserved nature that's coming forward here, but at the same time, feeling of value, feeling of passion, and feeling of desire to connect. So we have the cards coming forward. If I got one thing right, it was you and me. And that's kind of my card that basically says, even if I don't really know what I'm doing, at least I know I'm interested in you and I feel the flow to you, right? At least I know that this is where I want to point my energy. And we have the True Love card as well as I See You Glowing. And so that can kind of come forward in a bit of a genuine nature here, right? I feel a genuine and true energy towards you. I'd like to connect with you. I see you as somebody who's very desirable here with the I See You Glowing card. I want to be in your energy. And the I See a Future with You can come forward with that Ace of Pentacles, wanting and desiring to offer value, structure, and longevity. And the unconditional nature can come forward here with the idea of that Ace of Pentacles as well, of wanting to offer that value. So thinking about connecting with you, thinking about creating flow and movement with you, but just kind of being in this place of saying, I don't overly want to be very open and vulnerable, but I still want to connect. That's kind of how I see this combination coming forward here. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com for the live personal readings. Let's go ahead here for 37. 37, you'd like to know thoughts and feelings. Let us see. All right. So there's a very heavy energy that's coming forward here. When we have the devil as well as a 10 of wands, this is a feeling of a restriction. And then we also have this king of cups, which is like this emotional connection. So it seems like they're in this place of thinking, I'd like to take some sort of action towards you, but I feel like it's my responsibility to do so. And that makes me feel heavy because I'd like to create movement, I'd like to create flow, but I don't know what is the best thing for me to take when it comes to moving forward. I don't know if I'm going to create an opportunity, or I don't know if I'm going to create a restriction. I don't know if I'm going to make things good, or I don't know if I'm going to make things bad, right? There's a sense of like wanting to create value, wanting to create opportunity, wanting to create flow, but just saying if I do something and it ends up wrong, well, then I've created the wrong, right? There's that sort of direction that's coming ahead here. Being in a place of like feeling connected to you, or feeling pulled to your energy, or feeling this point of desire here when it comes to wanting to be around you, but just kind of saying at the same time, I don't really know what is the best thing for me to take. So it's like they're feeling quite weighed down or heavy when it comes to, we would say this is like burdened of responsibility or burdened to take action. But there's also this sense of like a longing emotional desire here with this king of cups of wanting to be around you, wanting to be in your energy, and wanting to connect with you, wanting to be around you. It just kind of comes forward in like, I emotionally yearn for you, and so I'm thinking about how I want to be around you because my heart wants you, but then I feel the sense of heaviness or burdened, or I think about all the things that could go wrong, or I think about all the actions that I need to take. And it just kind of comes forward with maybe a sense of feelings of heaviness around the idea of connecting itself, or around the idea of you there too. And we get into this sort of like toxicity or codependence aspect here, or fear of connection itself when it comes to creating some sort of flow. So that's how I see the energy coming forward here. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com for the live personal readings. Alrighty, let's dive in here for 38. 38, you'd like to know, how do they view you? Let us see. Alrighty. So the Three of Cups is a really lovely energy. They view you as somebody that they can get along with, as somebody that can be very uplifting, as somebody that they can feel like is close, or somebody that is you are a for the people person, right? It comes forward as like somebody who wants community, or somebody who wants connection, but is also willing to participate in the connection. They don't see you as somebody who's like a loner or an isolator. You are somebody who is uplifting to be around and valuable to the idea of others. Now, the Nine of Swords, though, can come forward as a bit of a worry. And so this could say, maybe they see you as somebody who kind of has personal sense of worry about certain things that they want or to desire. This can say maybe that they think of you as somebody, or view you as somebody that cares a lot about your wants, but may feel like a lack of control about your wants. And so this can come forward as, if you want something, you're more likely to worry about it, or you're more likely to care for it, even if some things are out of your control. And so it's not to say that they label you as a worrier in general, but they can say maybe that you are somebody who deeply cares about the things that you want, with the number 9, your manifestations and your desires. but can find it as maybe, how do I want to say that? Like maybe you can become a worrier about the things that you want when it comes out of your control. Because the idea of the Four of Swords is a very rested, planned, very neutral sort of energy. So in the grand scheme of things, they see you as somebody who's well reserved. They see you as somebody who's stable. They see you as somebody who can plan for the idea of the future and kind of create this sense of flow. But then there's this sort of point of like, in the things that you emotionally want to invest in, maybe there's a sense of like a worrier sort of aspect that comes forward here. So they view you as somebody who's fun to be around, good to be in the energy of, but also comes forward in this place of like a calm, rested, reassured planner energy, but then also comes forward in a place of a worry about the things that you want. That's kind of how I see them coming forward here in terms of your energy here. And don't see this as something that's bad. It's just like you emotionally attach or emotionally invest in the things that you want, and that's not a bad thing. I feel like that's something that a majority of people do. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com, temperanceandsage.com for the live personal readings. Let's go ahead, whoops, on to 39. Just 1 second here. $39, you would like to know thoughts and feelings of you today. Let us see. Just 1 second. Alrighty, so diving into the thoughts and feelings here. When we have the King of Pentacles, but the Four of Pentacles come forward, there's a sense of like feeling connected to you, but also feeling this vulnerability, right? The Four of Pentacles kind of comes forward with scarcity mindset, wanting to hold on, but feeling like something's going through your grasp. Meanwhile, the King of Pentacles comes forward with a very reassuring energy. We feel stable, we feel connected, we feel the sense of like value. And then when we have the Ten of Cups, there's this thought process of creating happiness, or thought process to creating opportunity, or thought process to creating hopefulness, right? So this is them thinking, I'd like to connect with you, and I see you as somebody that I can have a lot of happiness with, but at the same time, I feel maybe a sense of vulnerability that this could lead to more, or that this could bring forward the sense of emotional desire for more, that it makes me feel vulnerable when it comes to maybe opening up. So it seems like they're feeling this sense of stability or happiness towards you, but also being in this place of difficulties, or being in this place of issues, and just kind of being in a difficult energy when it comes to maybe creating a sense of flow, or kind of feeling this sense of vulnerability when it comes to openness about you, but still kind of being in this place of happiness or emotional connection to you. So I'd say thinking about connecting with you, but thinking about how you make them vulnerable, and feeling this vulnerable, insecure energy, but also feeling a sense of like connection and attachment to you there as well. So let's see. Is there a reason why he's doing this? Let us see. So I did see that in the upright position. So when we have the idea of the Hermit card, they're feeling drawn to do this. They're feeling drawn to connect. Now, when we have this King of Swords come forward here as well, there could be something logical about the past with the Five of Cups as to why they feel drawn to this. So this could say maybe somebody that they were interested in the past said, hey, you have to do these, good morning, good nights. And so now they're like, well, since I'm feeling this energy towards you, I should start doing these things, right? I should start displaying my behavior, displaying my desire in this sort of way, wanting to connect with you in this sort of way. So I should pick up the energy and express myself in this sort of manner. So the Hermit would say that they feel drawn to you here. They're feeling pulled into your energy. They're wanting to connect with you, wanting to be around you. And so the King of Swords, it's like, okay, well, we're doing the logical steps here to display this emotional attachment or display this desire to connect, especially when it comes to the Five of Cups, as saying we don't want to miss out on some sort of opportunity. We don't want to kind of create the sense of longing for something and then not having taken the chance. So it seems like they are coming forward here and saying, I'm expressing this because I'm feeling pulled into your energy, pulled into your direction, and I want to have this opportunity to express myself more and to kind of connect more, and to kind of have this place of like expressing that I feel drawn towards you. So that's what I would say. They have feelings for you here, and they're trying to show that they have feelings for you. And maybe this is one of the things or one of the ways that they've been told that they need to express themselves. And so they're saying, well, this person told me before, logic told me before, this conversation told me before that I need to start doing this when I like somebody. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. That's how I see this combination coming forward here. So these are paid personal readings. These are not free. These are not for the collective. TemperanceandSage.com for the live personal readings. If you would like to have a personal reading here today, go ahead and check out the website, TemperanceandSage.com for the live personal readings if you'd like to have one here today. But again, these are paid personal readings. These are not free. So these are paid personal readings. These are not free. These are not for the collective. Temperanceandsage.com for the live personal readings. If you are interested in having a personal reading here today, go ahead and check out the website temperanceandsage.com for the live personal readings. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, visit the website, temperanceandsage.com, for the live personal readings. So again, if you'd like to have a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. These are the live personal readings that we are doing here today, and these are paid personal readings only. These are not free. I literally just removed your message 2 times. I think you'll get married when you can start listening. If you can't listen to others, you probably will not get married. So again, these are paid personal readings. These are not free. These are not for the collective. If you'd like to have a personal reading here today, visit the website, temperanceandsage.com. But again, these are paid personal readings only. These are not free. So these are paid personal readings. These are not free. These are not for the collective. Temperanceandsage.com for the live personal readings if you'd like to have a personal reading here today. But again, these are paid personal readings. These are not free.